So I saw online that you consider yourself to be a student of the rap game. Can you tell me what that means to you?
So I would say being a student is, doing the research beyond what's given to you. You feel me? Like I don't look at it necessarily like I can't say that I went through the rap encyclopedia and I know everything, but it's a matter of like when you hear things that you enjoy is going deeper. I feel like that's just in all aspects of just whatever you're interested in. You find something that you like, okay, dig deeper, like go down that rabbit hole, because if you really like enjoy something, there's so much more beyond what what's the things that introduced you to it. So yeah, that's how I treat myself.
So tell me about some of the rap rabbit holes you've been on yourself.
So early on for me, because obviously I didn't grow up on like a lot of the boom bap stuff, like 50 Cent was booming when I first got into hip hop for real. So that was like a journey for me. Like I remember listening to Illmatic for the first time, and if I'm being completely real with you, I heard Illmatic and I was just like, all right, this is cool, but like
you didn't
think about it, because
legendary.
J. Cole is like the evolution of Nas, right? Like he's off that tree. So for me, obviously J. Cole's beats and all the flows that he's picking, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is that. So when I'm hearing Nas, it's like it's the same level of poetry, obviously, you know what I mean? But it was just like, all right, this is cool. But I was walking to class one time, and New York State of Mind, it was just playing, and I said, what in the hell is this? And I don't even know why it hit me the way it hit me when I was going to class, because obviously I heard the album at that point, but for some reason that was like, oh, okay, I get it. And that was, it really had me on like a Nas kick for a minute. Like I was digging, because that was tight. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You said you were in school at the time. What were you in school for?
I was in school for liberal arts, because in my head I was going to be in school for 2 months, then I was going to go to Europe.
Okay.
And I just believed it. I was like, yeah, I started building a fan base in Europe, right? Okay. So in my head, I'm just like, yeah, there's demand here. I'm going to be out of here any minute now.
Any minute?
It was like a semester, 2 semesters.
Where at?
City College in New York. Okay. I did a year and a half, actually.
You got a good amount done.
Yeah, I did it. But the whole time I'm about to go to Europe. The whole time.
And that's what was on your mind?
And then I flunked out.
Really?
But look, it worked out. So I flunked out because I wasn't doing homework. That just wasn't my thing. When I got home, I recorded my crib, so make music when I get home. Right. And I had an English teacher, and he was just like, yo, you're good in the class. Just do this assignment. Just make it up, and you'll be good. Because right now you're going to fail. And I was just like, all right. I left that class and said, damn, that's going to be the last time I see him. Like, I knew it. I knew I was not doing it. So you didn't do the assignment? I knew I wasn't doing it because I was going to record. So, right, that happened. And when I go to sign up for class the next semester, they're like, oh, you're on academic probation. I was like, oh, I've been wilding.
The consequences of our own actions, right?
And then at that same time, I get an email. Well, I'm going through the process, right? I'm telling my mom, I'm like, all right, well, I got to go talk to my academic advisor. Right. I'm dragging it, right? And then I get an email from my booking agent in Europe, and he was just like, yo, we got this tour opportunity. It's going to be, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. And I told my mom, like, yo, so they want me to go out here. They going to pay me. You think I should go to school this semester? Like, come on.
Right,
like, I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. And she was just like, okay, I get it. And yeah, that was it for school for me.
Okay, so tell me this. What made you decide to go to college in the first place? Because what was your major?
Just liberal arts.
Just straight liberal arts?
Yeah, it was really because I just felt like that's what I had to do, you know what I mean? Because especially growing up in the family I come from, like I come from immigrants, you know? So like that's a part of success, you know, as an immigrant parent. It's like, all right, cool, I'm making a better life. My kid went to college, they got their degree, they got this good job. Like, so for me to kind of deviate from that was like almost like, yo, what are you doing?
Where are your parents from?
My parents from Grenada. Yeah, my family's from Grenada, so but it was just like very like, what are you doing? So I kind of just went in just to appease more than anything, and I feel like that's a big reason why it's like you should do things for you. You know, I think it's very important. But yeah, it was a time.
When did rap become a career for you?
I would say, at that time I was really like focused on it once I started going to Europe and things like that. But I would say it became a career for real in like 2018.
And
this is when I was getting paid for making beats, and I was making records, and things started moving. Like, that was when it was like, all right, everything else, like the job that I was doing before, I was shooting videos. Right? Okay. I was shooting videos, and once 2018 came, it was like, okay, we gotta put that to the wayside. Like, I'm in music now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So 2018 was definitely the turn.
For a lot of artists today, because social media and everything is so instantaneous, I think we oftentimes end up replicating the artists that we listen to without even realizing it. And for you, how would you describe your sound? Like, what is your unique sound?
I think the sound is bounce.
Okay.
But it's also very intricate. It's like intricate bounce, because I feel like
intricate bounce. Okay.
While, you know, I'm a writer, like really, I be right. You feel me? So, but with the music, so No ID told me this ill thing. He was just like, with music, people got to know what to do when they hear it. You know what I'm saying? They got to be able to move. Like, the music has to kind of teach them that. And when he told me that, I kind of like restructured the way I was like approaching music. You know what I mean? Like, really allowing the beats to kind of speak to me first. So that's where the bounce comes from. But the intricate part is just because I'm a writer. Like, I'm very focused on like, all right, what am I saying? How am I saying it? So that's always implemented, you know. Even the records that feel like you could just turn your ears off, when you turn them on, it's like, oh shit, all right, that was you saying some shit. You know what I mean? You're not just bullshitting.
So take me through the process of writing Mamba.
Oh wow. So Diz sends me the beat, Dizzy Banco. He sends me the beat, and he was just like, yeah, just throw something on this, leave the second verse open, we gonna throw somebody on it. It's like, all right, cool. And I sat down with it for a little bit. I had the voice memo with me just like mumbling the first part of the hook. So I was figuring that out. And once I got it, it was just like, oh, okay, we're off to the races. Mumbled a little bit of the verse, you know what I mean, to just get the structure. And then I'll start putting the words together. You get what I'm saying? And I sent it back to Diz, and he was just like, all right, just do the whole song.
So he gave you the whole record?
Yeah, he was just like, all right, yeah. Do the whole record. Do the whole record. And I think that, I'm glad that he did that, because that second verse to me is like the one, you know what I mean? I really like that second verse.
Who did you grow up listening to?
So 50, heavy. So my trinity is 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, J. Cole.
I like that.
That was like the reason why I was like, okay, this makes sense for me.
So, 50 Cent, J. Cole, Lil Wayne. 3 vastly different styles. What was it about each style that appealed to you?
So 50 was like, this is the epitome of rap superstar. Like, amazing. Like, nobody has a run like 50. I feel like to this day. Then Wayne, it was the way he used words. Like, his Wayne and similarly is like, what? This is crazy. And then J. Cole was just very transparent. When I got to Cole, it was like, oh, okay, I can be introspective with my music. You know what I'm saying? When I was listening to 50 and Wayne, like, I was very much making music that sounded like them. You know what I mean? My rap style, all that shit. But when I heard Cole, it was like, okay, cool. I can kind of just use these same elements that I got from these other 2 artists, but put it into my story, you know?
So growing up in Brooklyn, were you like, I guess it would be more from your parents than you. You know, like Notorious B.I.G., like not a lot of heavy.
So my mom wasn't into hip hop heavily. She listened to a lot of like calypso music, soca music, gospel, and country even. Like I remember my mom used to ride around listening to Johnny Cash, like shit like that, you know. But she was very big on like kids being kids type shit. So even when I'll be riding with her, it's like all them stations that I'm talking about, but like Radio Disney. Like that's what that she was on that type. She was on that type of time. So I got all my hip hop from my brother. My brother's 13 years older than me. So he kind of like anytime he was watching me, you know what I mean? My mom would leave the crib. He's just in his room blasting all the music. I'm like, oh, what's picking that? Up on it? That's awesome. You know what I mean? That was my introduction for sure.
Okay. Last question I like to ask everyone I interview. What's bringing you fulfillment outside of music?
Wow. Okay, so as of recent, I've been going by the water in the morning. Right? I'll be going by the beach, and I just be sitting there. I'll write. Like just write. Not even music shit. Just write. You know what I mean? Just write. I sit on the beach. I might smoke a J. Like it's serenity. It's good. It's like I feel like that part of my day will exist throughout my life. You know
I
what I mean?
that.
Wherever I'm at, I'm gonna go find some water.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
What you got going out next?
Oh man, so obviously, you know, What Can They Say is out right now.
Yes.
Those 5 records. You know, I really want to keep pushing those records, but I got a deluxe on the way. You know, a little extended.
Okay.
Because I really want people to fully digest these records. You know what I mean? I don't want to just jump to the next one yet. So I'm gonna extend that project, and then we got another one on the way in the summer. With my homie Plus from Eardrummers.
All right.
That sounds incredible.
That's amazing. Well, that's all that I have for you. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.